Good evening, welcome to the stream. We are here covering the MVSSEA Fall 2020 Valorant League. My name is Jerry, my partner here is Michael, and we have the distinct pleasure of bringing you tonight's game between Killarney and Alpha. Should be a juicy one here, hey Michael?
Yeah, so their previous matches, both of these teams have been very dominant in the only two matches that we've seen them on. Killarney has been very dominant. Their first game was a 13-0, and Alpha less so, but still pretty good overall. And neither have dropped a match yet, so that it'll be pretty interesting to see which one is going to be the one to drop one.
As we hop into the buy round of the pistol here on Haven, the map pick of Alpha, I believe. I believe there's a new Valorant spectator UI. Hey, Michael.
Yeah, this one seems to be so much better than the old one. So let's see
Slightly different.
Let's see how it behaves for us tonight.
Here.
Of course, you are seeing green, that is Killarney, and red, that is Alpha. Red is Alpha being on the attacker side to begin. We're seeing a heavy lead towards the A site. A couple... Oh, it's going to get a pick onto Winga, actually. Phoenix healing himself close to the wall. Maybe this pick could come. She is pushing up, and she has the classic. This pick on the Phoenix, we'll see if it comes. Nice, perfect headshot. Grabs the ghost as well. They know there's a flank now. It is a 1v3, and Woden able to close it out with a frenzy for Killarney's first.
Well, that was a pretty quick and easy pistol round for Killarney there. Honestly, that ended pretty quickly. That was a good push-up by Mai to be able to instantly give them an advantage. And getting that pistol as well also could have helped them if that lasted a bit longer. And honestly, their defense, at least for the first round, has been rock solid.
They're going to take up some light weapons here as we move into the second round. Alpha looking to see if they can do anything with upgraded pistols at most. Nice shot on the Sova arrow. That could have been a lot of information. Sova drone going to spot all four. Doesn't quite spot all five, but more than the nade does lots of damage on Liga's down. There's still three people here in garage. Two picks coming in. Ooh, just caught out. The Alpha Sova just caught out outside of garage. That's going to be the second for Killarney. Dominant stuff so far, but do keep in mind this is only the eco from Alpha.
Yeah, and once again, like every other match that we would see, if you have pistols against SMGs and even the LMGs, you can't really do much.
Yeah, just the difference in weaponry enough to seal out the deal. But here we're gonna see a bit of a garage ceiling raise here by herself, and Sova in garage absolutely confident to hold off alone. Let's see if Sova arrows here. It looks like he's delaying it just to make sure that they aren't ready to shoot it out so that he can get all the information he can. A Vandal on for the Tog. He's gonna be hit through the wall. And tagged with the Marshall. And revealed by the Shock Dart, not having the greatest of times. As the rest of his team cowers behind him as he pushes forward. The Omen with a missed Marshall shot, but keep in mind that For the Tug doesn't know where he is. He's still making presence on the B side, and his presence is huge. But they do spot the spike, and then really instantly the rotates are coming in. All four people rotating over to the A site. Three people net here on short for Alpha. Grabbing a gun. A third for May. And the ult. Ooh, does get the pick, Phoenix. Liga, he's still in with a chance. 4v1, see if he can take away a couple of these guns here. Looks away at the wrong time. Does get the second one, surprisingly. Now it's really flashed. Third. Oh, nearly. Good effort from Liga there to try to close out the round for Alpha. Ace clutch it would have had to been. Not quite just yet.
And that was a pretty solid try, but it does look like Alpha needs to switch up some of their tactics, unfortunately. Because so far, Killarney's defense has been there every time they've tried to push anywhere. And that early push would have worked if he didn't get tagged down to 16 HP by that scout.
Watch them falter.
So almost in
Yeah,
a way,
I mean-
it's like they're able to predict everything and counteract it.
Exactly, just half by here from Alpha. See if they can. Oh, that's a nice guess on the Sova. Not quite connecting, but I don't think any information can be gained from that Sova arrow. We don't know that they're quite. Oh, it's 2 for 1 from Winga. Owen here right away to back him up. The flash. Ooh, the flash not quite going in. He thought against it. Nico able to get a pick with a stinger. That's crucial. He's gonna now be blinded. Nope. He isn't quite caught by the blind before Mace strikes. And oh, Nami-chan able to get one with the stinger. Oh, nearly a second, but just caught on the reload.
Yeah, once again, I don't have anything really to say. This is very dominant from Killarney straight out of the gate. And Alpha, we don't see any hint of that previous confidence from before.
Yeah, but keep in mind, we did see Vancouver Caller just a couple of days ago pulling back the comeback of a lifetime on the CT side of Haven, so we're not going to put this quite out of Alpha's hands just yet. As Omen and Viper holding towards the site. Viper going to push up for some information. Winga able to get one through the box, not showing any face. Sovero going to scan them. They're going to retreat now. Forzatalk still pushing up. Ooh, could catch this Omen if he's not careful. He is careful. He backs away. Able to stay alive for the rest of his team. Heavy stack towards Garage and B. And Viper's half health already. This could be crucial if Alpha's able to take away. Oh, this Odin. I think he just sees it. He just sees it and gets it. Great work from it, Forzatalk. As they move into what looks like they're trying to do a B take, Viper's gonna retreat off to check Garage. Morgan able to get the pick, the weaponry favoring him as he takes the pick with the op. Oh, they don't check the corner. They do trade 1 for 1. They don't quite know. Oh, flash. Winga blind. Oh, Winga not able to capitalize. And now the two ops. Polar opposites, 180 degrees. Oh, May able to get a shot. Just goes ricocheting past.
30 seconds left.
A blind. Oh, able to use her jet abilities to get away. It is a 1v2, but still very doable for Omen on the site. So let's see if he's able to deliver the goods here. Very low health on him, but still, let's not count him out of this just yet. He looks like he's going to be trying to rotate away to grab the spike. There's not enough time. 11 seconds.
10 seconds
he's
left.
Trying to see if they're going to push him. Looks like it's just going to be the save from all three players. And that's going to be a 5th for Killarney.
And yeah, I really hope Alpha does get the chance to, you know, turn things around for themselves, because right now this is very dominant for them, and they're just getting shut down every time they try to push anything. And pushing up C long, that almost worked, except for the missed spray. If that spray connected, that could have been the round for Alpha, but unfortunately it just didn't, and the op was able to just get the shot in.
Yeah,
On top
exactly.
of that, yeah, right now, Alpha's on very thin ice with their economy. Bunch of players opting to go with SMGs as well.
But bear in mind, they do have ults that could take them to site here. Although the Jet pushing up with their R, are they going to be ready for the double op play here, I believe. Oh, Ray's just dodging the bullet from the Jet. The Jet is able to get away. That's crucial. They can call for the rotates now. There's already 3 on the A site, 2 still, 1 on B, 1 on C, and they're going to be holding tight with the rest of Alpha trying to push into A at the moment. 4 players here short. None of them getting tagged by the Sovero. A good guess as to where they are. And that's gonna call for the rotates. They're gonna go back to playing default. 2 on the A site, 2 on the B site, and one Ray's confident on the hold off alone with the op on C site. It's gonna be the alt TP here from Mio.
Teleport stopped.
For the information, and he's gonna tell them that they are aiming towards the A site here. He sees one player with their back turned, just turning around to get him. Jet sneaking in another kill with the op, sorry. As they push
30 seconds left.
into garage. There's no one here to meet them just yet, so that this might be free territory to gain for Alpha. They're not quite sure where it... Oh! What amazing positioning there from... Oh, Liga with the second. Oh, just shut down on the C site. It's a
10 seconds left.
1v3 again for Omen here. He's been given an impossible task here, and he just has to save the weapon yet again. They cannot be wasting this, throwing away this gun, throwing away their bodies. Oh, he's gonna get pushed. Able to get two. That's gonna do wonders for the economy as well. Able to get 2 headshots. Able to save that weapon, and just great work from him to mop up the 2 and save his gun.
Yeah, but unfortunately, Killarney, as they have 6 rounds in the row so far, they have ample money to spend, so at that point, they were just trying to get some guns away from Alpha. Though they did have some good ideas on the Alpha side. That guess at the spray through the wall, that was a pretty good shot. But unfortunately, once again, just not able to convert on all these advantages.
We see a little bit of PM going on in the chat. Oh, this is an ops. Oh. Winga taking down the spike, and this is crucial. All of the players now rotating, barring Sova, who's remaining on B. Raze has even left her post on C to come help on the A side. There are 4 here, but the op is really deep, so they know. Winga with the op does catch the timer. What a flick! A third. And able to push up with the operator. Oh, this could be huge.
One enemy remaining.
As able to get the toxin, get through the toxin. They are pushing for all the information. They have the spike. Raze coming back through with the from CT. Oh, the stinger. Winga able to pick up the 4th with the stinger. A 4K from him. Great round.
Yeah, right now Alpha's just getting honestly quite destroyed by the defense of KSS, even to the point where KS or Killarney is in their spawn.
Right.
They're essentially behind Alpha, and at this point Alpha doesn't look like they have any plan to solve that problem.
Yeah, nothing Alpha can do right now. They are being pushed and obliterated right now. Not much to say about them. They could come back with the CT side, so I wouldn't bar them just yet. The Odin's bringing down mid. Knows there's not quite anyone there. As the 4 players again rotating towards the A side, the Raze even coming back, and the ult from the Viper could stall them out a little bit. The attacker Killjoy, the ult is good as well. Liga able to get the second in the behind. He's able to heal himself in the corner now. Now is now a 4v1. Looks like Alpha's good to get 1 on the board. Unless Woden has something else to say about it. He does have the operator, not the ideal retake gun. Is he going to be prepared for this Raze here? Looks like he's not. He's not checking it. He's going to be moving forward. Oh, Raze exposes her location. But still, it's going to look like the save for Wonen. He's going to want to save that operator. Raze might be here to meet him. Oh, this might not be over just yet. Oh, it does get the pick. And now it's a 3v1, but still, Bomb is, I think, too far tick. He's going to look for the save, and he's going to look to save the operator. So, good push, good, extremely well executed from Alpha to get their first on the round.
Honestly, that was a pretty good push. They were able to get to site extremely quickly, which I'm pretty sure that contributed immensely to their win in this round. And it was honestly just kind of a blur of everything just happening so quickly, and at the end of that, Alpha just had sight. So, you know, interesting setback for Killarney, but still quite minor. They will be able to buy into the next round, so who knows? Can Alpha keep this up?
Yeah, the bank of 7 rounds really coming in as a factor here. They have the money to rebuy. Looks like they're going to be leaving B for a heavy A lean, expecting Alpha to come back for seconds after they took the their first round on the A side, but looks like they are going to be looking for a default between Garage, and A. 1 player pushing through short, that is Liga. That is Phoenix, sorry. 2 players pushing onto the B site. The Jet already here with a shotgun, close proximity. They don't know she's here. She does get the pick. 2 down for Alpha right now. Fourth, a third,
One enemy remaining.
third in the round, a second for May. And Wonen able to sweep up the fourth with his operator. Liga is able to get one. He is doing the most work for Alpha right now too, but not quite able to get the third as Wangy sweeps it up and takes an ace for Killarney himself.
Yep, so unfortunately, Alpha just wasn't able to win that round. Once again, trying to go A, it would appear, but Killarney found that way too predictable, and they basically stacked that site quite a bit. And at this point, Alpha should really start considering, you know, getting more experience out of this match more than anything. Unless they are able to pull the epic comeback in the second half.
I wouldn't quite count them out just yet, Michael. I think you're...
I mean, I wouldn't either, but, you know, they
You're
should...
counting them out a little bit. It is 8-1. I do remind you, the last time Michael and I were casting on this map, Vancouver College went down 9-3, and they were able to pull it back. Oh! Morian caught with his knife out. Not quite prepared for it. Oh, and... a second. It's loaded for 2 for Wonen. Oh, what is this chaos that this round is bringing? It's a 3-on-3. I don't quite know how we've gotten here. A missed Sova arrow from... Oh! The Sova arrow not quite doing what I think they wanted him to do. Not quite standing on the Viper. Able to get the headshot. Still converting 2v3 here. As Wonen stays on the C site with his Odin and Jet on the A site with her operator. Let's see if they're able to deliver the goods here. Looks like they are considering going onto the C site. That means going through the grips of Wonen, sorry. The Sova arrow will catch them out, and looks like they are going to be committing to a B plant. Jet's going to be trying to get that 180-degree fight like we were talking about, just trying to get those 2 isolated picks as they're looking different directions. Oh, Wonen does get caught out, however. Oh, Randall prevails over the Odin. Oh, a nice pick there from May. Jumps up. Oh, updraft. Oh, nearly got the second. Was quite, I think, was moving a little bit as she's playing around her own smokes, looking to see if she can do something. A 1v2 clutch this would have to be to get it. Oh, trying to smoke and defuse. Not quite off it. Holding the angle now. She does get the pick on the Liga. Does she know that Omen's on the side? I'm not sure. Ace Tog. Oh, is able to pull it back, clawing it back for a second for Alpha.
Yeah, second round. That was pretty good on Alpha's part. Being able to get those frags that honestly they shouldn't have got, just catching Killarney completely by surprise. You know, starting off the round, down C long caught out, Morian was caught out with his pistol. Nice. And then the A player pushing up, getting caught by the guy sitting outside A lobby. And, you know, these are the sorts of things that Killarney should be more cognizant of, but they're still pretty good on the economy side, so it won't affect them too much.
I think for Killarney, I think they're... Oh. They're able to get... Oh, what? Oh, the picks for May, actually. I thought it was for Alpha. The trade is not coming in. 3 picks already. 2 for May. Already. Oh, 3 for May now. Oh, it's gonna be Nick Go trying to close out the flawless round, but May able to get her 4th with her. Oh, what a round from her. Just absolutely no patience just pushing up through mid.
Yeah, and in our previous matches where we've seen Killarney, they've been very aggressive even on the defender side, which is pretty interesting. It's not a standard play, but you know, you do see some teams do it, and so far it seems to be working very well for them. 9-2 in this half. If they can win this is going to be 10-2, and no matter what, this is going to be extremely hard for Alpha to pull back.
But if Alpha win this, it's going to be 9-3 again, and we know what 9-3 can be from the last game that we mentioned, or that we saw, sorry. Wing spring all 100 of his Odin bullets. Able to put up that wall and just get that information. Oh, Nico able to get the pick. He is down to 74, but at least claws it back into a 4v5 in Alpha's favor. They're gonna look towards this A site now. Omen not quite here just yet, but Jet absolutely confident herself. May even spraying through short is calling for the rotates. Omen is here already, but there is one on the B site. One from each team on the B site. If the Sova's not careful, he could be caught. He is caught. Mami-chan
Cover going out.
able to put one down, and he's also going to be looking to put the bomb down as well. Oh, that ult's not quite getting for Morgan. She ulted rather, and I don't think she got him just enough. The Classic was able to finish the job here, and it's going to be a 2v3 retake here for Alpha to close out the half.
One enemy
See if they
remaining.
can deliver the good. Johnny Be Good able to bring it down to the 1v3. See if they can hold it out, and they can with Odin's as well. It's 9-3.
Okay, now I'm starting to think this could be a repeat of the last
Switching
game.
sides.
Could this be a repeat of the last game? I don't. Only time will tell, Michael. Oh, this is. And if you're Killarney here, you have to be careful, right? I think
Yeah.
the mental game, right? We're up 9-3. You know, we can do whatever we want, and we can still pull this one back. Well, not necessarily. When the Alpha's coming in with a fierce mindset, they're saying, okay, well, guys, if we hurry up and we beat this team, we could be having a great chance of actually making it to the playoffs, maybe even winning this tournament. So I think for them, it's just if you're disadvantaged, you can actually come back harder, as opposed to Killarney, who is kind of loosening the gas pedal a little bit.
Yeah, and I think these kinds of leads are quite dangerous. This is on the extreme side, but like last time, you can see that they may lose some of their kind of drive to win every single round. They might give up easy rounds that they should have won, and that can come back to bite them later on.
But Killarney's Omen not willing to let that happen with the first headshot with a ghost. They look to aggress mid with 5. It's gonna have to be a really good hold here from Alpha. A blind that could do lots. Ray's holding her nerve, not pushing out. Wing able to get a second with his ghost. Everyone else.
Spike planted.
Alpha a little bit late to the party. Looking for a way back into the site. Mami-chan able to get the first onto Winga.
There they are.
It is an important frag to take. Johnny Be Good able to get another. It is a 2v2 now. Equalize. One back of sight. 1, 2. Again, polar opposite angles.
One enemy remaining.
Oh,
Oh,
not quite the shot onto Wonin, but Wonin able to close it out. 10-3 in favor of Killarney. Not quite the retake Alpha wanted there.
yeah, and I feel like at this point, honestly, even if Alpha does end up losing this match, this is not going to end their run in this tournament.
Right.
They still have a pretty big chance at making it to playoffs,
Yeah, I think
and
so.
if they lose this match, they should honestly take this, rather than, you know, being all sad about it, they should take this and learn from this, and honestly use this experience to act as a drive towards being better than
Oh, the
they've ever been
utility
before.
No charges left.
isn't quite enough to get her caught out by the Rays. Sorry to interrupt you, Michael. This is the game of Valorant is quite quick. They won't enable to get the pick. Do they know he's here? They do not. Killarney into the A site. Alpha again scrambling for the retake. Mami-chan doesn't want to give up his life just yet. Will send in his drone to try to find some information. Gets the information on 2. Knows that Jet is pushing towards CT. His teammates are there to back him up. Is able to get a shot dart onto the bomb. Oh, does dink the player down to half health. Is able to get a arrow down.
Neutralize.
Oh, a sting headshot. And how is this turning in the way of Alpha? It's 40. It's a 1v1. Flurry of frays coming in. Wenga and Liga. Oh.
Oh,
And the Winga with the Vandal, just the weapon advantage, just able to just barely claw it back for Killarney for their 11th. That wasn't clean by any stretch of the imagination, was it?
yeah, now we're on to 11-3, and honestly, Alpha really should just use this as a motivation to try and win. 'Cause,
Right,
you know,
and
they
I
haven't
think-
dropped a map before, so, you know, this should be kind of a good experience for them.
Yeah, exactly right. And I think for Alpha, I don't think they should throw in the towel just yet. I think even if they don't win this match, that's perfectly okay. I think that's the key here for them is to realize that take this as warm-up, take this as experience against the Killarney team. The more rounds you can play, the more experience you get, right? So that's going to be good for them as Liga able to get the trade onto Winga, but the trades go in favor of Killarney. And they do have the C site. Again, Alpha scrambling to do the retake. Sova pushing up here. Am I going to get the plant? gonna get the bomb down. The
Spike
drone
planted.
just missing him. If he had popped out of that smoke there, he could have gotten the timing. He does still pull it back. A stinger
Deploying drone.
to the head of the enemy Sova. They know one's back in sight.
Healing area.
May able to get one back and bring it down to the
One player
2v.
remaining.
Oh, Morian just using the weapon advantage to his advantage. Oh, Jet gets stuck on the block, and Morian able to close it out with his Vandal. 12-3 in favor of Killarney.
Charges.
Yeah, at this
Match
point,
point.
Alpha's one and only shot at this is playing for
Overtime.
overtime, but at this point, 12-3 seems pretty unlikely.
Yeah.
You know, their playstyle isn't bad. Their playstyle is actually pretty good. It's just that at this point in time, it seems like when Killarney was on the defender side, they had the answer to anything Alpha could throw at them. Whereas now they're on the defender side, and Killarney's doing some things that they may not expect.
Shadows traveling.
Yeah, exactly. I think Alpha just wasn't quite prepared for everything that Killarney had to bring. And I think that's just taken a huge hit on their economy. For all these rounds, for all of the rounds that they do win, they don't get quite as many players that they staying alive. And I think that's just, they're not able to get all the guns they want. They're forced stuck on forced half buys some of the time. So that's just, the weapons disadvantages have just been
Spike planted.
gone in favor of Killarney. See an ult here from Sova. Not gonna quite get anything. And Sova's trading ults, neither of which are getting anything.
Healing area.
It's gonna be an arrow into the B site, one
Player
defusing.
remaining.
It's gonna be a tap. 2v1 there. Sprays all of his bullets, Zami-chan. And Morian able to close it out with his ult for a fourth. It's gonna be 13-3 in favor of Killarney, a dominant showing once again from them.
Yeah, 13-3, wow.
And Liga leading the charge for Alpha, 14 frags, positive KDA for him. The rest of the team not quite with him, but everyone on Killarney with a positive kill death ratio. I think for Alpha, 13-3, it's not too terrible for them. I think they could have definitely done a little bit better. I think they were just not quite ready for the caliber that Killarney had to bring into this game. I think Killarney was a little bit better prepared. Perhaps Alpha just, they are coming off of 2 wins and they weren't quite prepared for, you know, a team that gives their all. And I think that for them, it's just a matter of taking this experience and learning from it, right? This experience for them is going to be crucial moving forward. I think both of these teams have a great chance of making it into the playoffs here of this tournament. I think that they will face each other at least, you know, one more time, and as a result, I think this is a great learning experience for both teams, but especially for Alpha, who are taking this loss, looking at it objectively, and seeing what things they need to fix for next time.
Yeah, and I think honestly, one of the key factors in Killarney's win is, as I mentioned before, Killarney is very aggressive on both the defender side, but obviously also the attacker side. And a few rounds, Alpha just didn't expect that. Both when they were on attacker and defender, they didn't expect Killarney to be pushing up so far on defender, and they didn't expect, and Alpha didn't expect Killarney to push up so fast when they were taking site. And this is kind of different from most teams. I would say most teams are on the more passive side so far that we've seen, but Killarney is basically the one team that we've seen that is very aggressive.
Yeah.
And that honestly throughout this tournament has helped them quite a bit.
I think also for them, the individual plays, right? All May with the op, Winga sometimes with the Odin or the Vandal, you know, able to just get those multi-kill rounds where even when you're at a disadvantage, you have those star players with whoever you're left with in a clutch, they can pull it back. And I think that's just a great motivator for Killarney to even go for some of those rounds where they might be at a disadvantage. They tend to go for those. They tend to have more confidence behind them when they're playing, and that just really shows in the results of their games and also the play style that they bring to those games.
Yeah. Alright then, before we go, we would like to mention that tomorrow's game will be between Vancouver College and Canby. tomorrow at 8 p.m. And after that, the next game after that would be St. Thomas versus Vantech, Saturday, November 14th, also 8 p.m. Without further ado, that's it from us. Thanks for coming by to watch, and see you next time.